and handed over them to Loro Town Council Police, who later transferred the matter to Uyam Central Police Station for further investigation. A case of murder by assault was registered. Crime scene was visited and well documented by the scene of crime officer. Statements were recorded from the reporter and other relevant witnesses. The body of the deceased has been picked and conveyed to Anyeke Health Center for mortuary, where we expect post-mortem to be conducted. The suspects arrested include Ogwang John Bosco, 24 years old, Ikom Innocent, alias LDU, 21 years old, Ogoka Wilberforce, 32 years old, and Aloin Sarah, 26 years old. All of them are residents of Bamoinsel, Eastern Ward in Lira, in Loro Town Council. This is a very unfortunate incident. It's unfortunate that we have lost this young man. It's of course a very common practice that most time after such meeting, people demand for pay. It is something which is not action, but it's not a demand. So this is a very strong message and warning to those who are engaged on that. In a similar way, we registered the suspected murder in Dokolo district as well. Our territorial police in Dokolo district, on information, discovered a dead body of yet to be identified a person from the swamp which is opposite Agwara Health Center 3 within Ajula village, Dore Parish, Agwara sub-county. It was alleged that on the 3rd of October 2025, the OC station of Aduri sub-county police station received information that there was a dead body seen in the swamp opposite Agwara Health Center 3. Immediately she informed the OC of the main station in Dokolo. An entry was made. A team of detectives led by district CID officers booked out and proceeded to the scene. A decomposing body of a male adult was discovered, which was picked and taken to Dokolo Health Center 4 for post-mortem. Besides the body, we recovered a bicycle and a phone. Findings indicate that the deceased could have been killed from somewhere else, but body faded and dumped where we discovered. He had a deep cut wound on the chest with no signs of struggling at the scene. Of late, we have had a reduced traffic accident cases within Lira city, and above all along Juba Road, which was almost a very common case. You are aware, almost on a daily basis we've been receiving accident cases in that place. Now, these accident cases were there. One is, first of all, you're aware that that road is still under construction, rehabilitation, and many of the road signs have not yet been put in place. But also within Lira city, we have been having cases of accident simply because also the city authority have failed to clear the road reserves that have always been occupied by market vendors. In a similar way, even on the street, you find some vendors have put fish, they've put potatoes, they've put tomatoes, very many other things you'll find along the way. So there is no way we can also run away from that. As if that is not enough, we still have wrong markings by the construction company. If you checked from Juba Road up to Kamdeni, we have wrong marking. You find in a corner they're allowing somebody to overtake. You find in a hill area they're allowing someone to overtake. So this makes the one who is driving things that he is allowed to overtake in such area, yet it is a very risky situation. Even in a hill or in a trading center or in hospitals area. So these are restricted places that you really need to go normally. In a similar way, the city still lacks what we call a traffic wardens. I think it is upon the city leadership to come out with the idea of recruiting a traffic wardens to guide. There are some spots where you find it is very congested. Pupils and students are going to school. We need those people, and it's not there. Then other things we have observed is also, you find women who are riding motorcycles, they have babies at the back of, at their back, which is also very risky, okay? That's why now in vehicles, we do not expect kids to sit in front of the vehicle. All the kids must sit at the back of the seats in the car. So it's something which we really need to do much as people have been putting blames on the traffic team, but I think our traffic teams are doing their best to see that we control traffic flow within and without Alira City. So this reduction of late of the traffic incidences, we attribute it to one, we have embarked on sensitization. We have been deploying at the Kakoge Junction. I'm sure some of you must have witnessed, if you went to Kakoge Junction, early morning and evening hours, you find borders, they can come 50 even at once in numbers, or 20, something like that. Very big number. So these people need to be controlled. Of late also there has been erection of arms along Juba Road, though it's not yet marked, but somehow it has helped. Such kind of errand riding you used to witness. Right now, if you went to Juba Road, people drive, people ride, knowing they are harmed. So these are things we've been advocating for, and we're happy that the construction company has taken it up and finally they'll put it in place. What is remaining is only marking them, because when you're driving, you can't know there is a harm ahead or not. Much as some points have the road sign, others still don't have. So it's still risky for someone to drive or ride without having those signs. Then finally, last evening, we arrested 2 youths from Uyam Town Council for defacing a presidential, duly nominated presidential candidate for the NRM party, His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, from Uyam Town Council. These 2 youths are Unyang Kenneth and Udiek Innocent. They are in our police cells, and the investigation is going on, and if there is substantial evidence to that effect, of course, defacing is something which is seen, because they remove or destroy this photo from electric poles, which is against the Presidential Election Act. So if all is done, we'll definitely forward their files to the resident state attorney for perusal and legal guidance, and probably on the preferred charges that needs to be levied against them. I thank you for listening. If there is any
there is one. There was a case of mismanagement of funds on some government officials, some districts in Namibia, about 15 of them. Maybe you can brief us how far is the case?
Well, to that effect, so far so good. I think I talked about this last week. The whole of last week, our team headed by the regional CID have been in touch with the office of the DPP, or President Chief State Attorney, for submission of the files. It is true, 15 files were submitted, and as I speak now, 8 have already been sanctioned, and the remaining one are yet being looked into. We still have some gaps. There are some retired cows who have not yet surfaced at the region here for statement recording, but we are hopeful and we shall get them. So the files have equally been forwarded to DPP for final clearance so that these people in question are arraigned to court. So it's moving on very well.
Yeah. Last week, you also hinted at some of the candidates being the one to cause disruption, especially at the campaigning grounds. Some of the candidates who usually incite people instead, and I don't know how far or how you're going to deal with that. We have not witnessed it with the president's rally, but we are hopeful it may happen with the other candidates.
Well, I do not want to preempt what will happen tomorrow, but what guides us is what came out of the Electoral Commission's office. The guidelines are very clear, and we expect all the candidates and their supporters to behave within the guideline. Anybody who goes beyond or outside definitely will not watch or look at such a person. We shall guide that person to come back and be within what is required. And in this regard, that's why I was saying we have had a very successful campaign for last week. It is because the organizers have been able to approach security, and we sat with them. We agreed on the modalities, how best we should handle. And this is the same thing that we expect. We already have a program for the whole nominated presidential candidates, and we expect that all the coordinators and the organizers of different candidates, they should do the same thing that was done last week. And we believe this week we're going to conclude for a candidate for NRM, and we expect others also to come. So it is important that they come in time so that we prepare, we see their ground, and we guide them accordingly. We do not want a situation where we go pulling ropes here and there. We don't expect that. In any case, we want this to be one of the most calm campaigns and elections as well. That is our target. Yes. So for our viewers on YouTube, I want to thank you and appreciate your commitment, your participation always on YouTube at QFM, who always stream live our program of Monday press briefing. We thank you, and you please continue watching our press briefing always every Mondays around this time to midday. We're having this program. Thank you, QFM. To the leadership of QFM, please continue relaying our program as you've always been doing it with us. Thank you very much. Wish you well and a good week.